Sierra Radar representing Inoji in the capacity of Business Development Manager. So in today's session, we will see how CRM administrator or respective managers can able to track and manage the actions performed by the users in Dynamic 365 CRM. And also we will see how they motivate the users through gamification and engaging games. So for your information, all lines will be muted. In case if you have any queries or any questions, feel free to put it in the question window. We will be happy to answer all of your queries at the end of the webinar. Before I begin the session, let me give you a short brief about Inoji. Inoji is one of the leading service provider and an independent ISC. We are also an exclusive Dynamic 365 CRM OTM shop that has been in the business for more than decades now. We also been active in the CRM community in which our blogs are very popular. As you can see on the screen, these are all the various productivity add-ons which Inoji has to offer. Among all, I would like to talk about some of the key flagship product of Inoji. Maplytics, it is a market-leading CFMD certified product which provide capabilities like visualizing CRM data on map, route optimization, smart appointment planner, and much. It's a one-click productivity tool for cloning all of your records in just a single click. And it also has the flexibility to choose which attributes and relationship that wants to be cloned. SharePoint Security Sync. It is a comprehensive solution for integrating Dynamic 365 CRM with SharePoint along with the document management. So apart from the product development, Inoji is also an SI. We do provide an offshore development services by assisting our partners and customers. So if you need any more information related to productivity add-ons or service related, you can do reach out to us at crm@inoji.com. This is the agenda for today's session. Well, we will start with benefits of Dynamic 365 CRM user adoption. Then we will see the challenges in monitoring the user adoption of Dynamic 365 CRM. How our user adoption monitor solution overcome those challenges, followed by live demonstration and a Q&A session. Post that, you will have seen the impact of gamification, how new gamification app overcome those challenges, followed by live demonstration and a Q&A session at the end. Let's look at the benefits of user adoption. Stat says that most of the time, like 65% time of salesperson is invested in doing other things apart from the sales. As we all may be aware, a CRM is implemented to achieve more consolidated communication and less use of spreadsheets. Failing to achieve these results can be an indication that the team is not using the CRM at the optimum level. A survey has provided an insight saying that most organizations are well aware about the fact that the CRM tool can completely transform their sales workflow and accelerate productivity, which is why many organizations have a CRM tool. but only 40% of the businesses claim a 90% CRM adoption rate, while the majority of the businesses struggle to encourage the system adoption. So to turn the tables around, we have come up with a solution called as an user adoption monitor, which can be also called as an user performance tracking tool. And also you see a stats like using CRM well effectively has improved the sales. So all this can be lead to an increase in the productivity, in an enhanced user engagement, increasing ROI, and thereby increasing the efficiency. So to break the vicious cycle of an adoptions, it is important to understand the challenges. So though Microsoft Dynamics CRM is a sophisticated system, like if a user wants to, there is no provision that if a user wants to track or manage any actions performed by the respective users in the CRM. And also there is no provision where it has no flexibility to validate any of the completeness of data records into the system. And if a sales manager or the respective manager wants to keep track of assigned targets or you want to know about the actual revenue or some aggregate values of what are the actions the user has been performed in the system. So all these challenges are the main in using our out-of-the-box functionality in this dynamic CRM. So to overcome these challenges, we have come up with a one-stop solution called as user performance tracking tool, also called as a user monitor solution, which really enables the managers or an administrator to track and manage the action performed by the users in the system. Let's see what are the features that user adoption monitor solution has to offer. So as I said, like it has the flexibility to track all the actions that which has been performed by the users in the system. Not only the common actions, like the special messages like opportunity win, lead create, lead qualified. So all the actions can also be tracked into the system with the help of the user adoption monitor tool. Consolidation. So you can set the frequency, whether you want to track the actions on a daily basis, monthly, or on a weekly basis. Reporting. So the stats that you see onto the system can be easily represented in a various report with, like you can represent it in an out-of-the-box chart, SSRS report, or also you can show it in a Power BI reports as well. So any statistics collected in the background won't be impacting any performance of the user experience as well. And if you want to track the performance of any individual users and if you want to represent in a dashboard, so yes, in a dashboard with the key metrics, you can able to easily represent the data for the individual users as well. Aggregate tracking is where, like if you want to know the aggregate value of what all the actions that the respective users has been performed in the system, yes, it is very much possible using the user performance tracking tool. If you want to set the target to the users, so yes, you can set the individual target that can be assigned to the users in the Dynamic 365 CRM, and you can also analyze how well the users are performing in terms of the target that has been set to the users. Data completeness. So you can also validate the completeness of data into the system, like you can ensure whether the quality of data or the accurate data that has been maintained into the system or not. Log in, log out, it's more of just like you're coming in a daily to an office and punch in, and once you have been done for the day and you log off of the day. So you can also check like how well the user has spent the time into the system, into the CRM by simply log in and log out. Similar to that, we do have that is check in and check out. Like if you want to know how long the user has spent a time in a particular record. So if you want to track the details, so yes, with the help of the check in and check out feature, you can easily achieve that. So these are all the key features of user adoption monitor. Let's see all these key features in a live action. Let me switch to my CRM window. So for the webinar purpose, I have already configured user adoption monitor solution into my demo environment. So we know that the data is the lifeblood of every business. But for it to be any value to the company, it is critical for a salesperson to input, store, and update accurate data as well as ensure a data quality and integrity. So obviously, if ineffective use of CRM can mismanage a CRM relationship, or fail to capture important data and insights, or even lead to loss of potential customers. So it is very important for any organization to maintain accurate data and to maintain a data quality. So in order to validate the completeness of data and to ensure a quality data has been maintained into the system, we have a feature called as a data completeness, which actually validates the completeness of record. Let's say, for example, there is a salesperson in an organization who's been capturing the lead information system. So now, whenever any prospects who comes in or who looks for any of this, shows any interest in any of the products, the salesperson used to capture the necessary lead information into the system. So now this organization has a similar policy like until and unless the business phone number and the email ID has been not captured into the system, this ensures that it won't be qualified to the next stage, or this lead cannot be moved or qualified to an opportunity. So in order to ensure this data to be validated or to be completeness to be marked, we do have a feature that is saying about the data completeness. So if you see now currently the record has been marked as an incomplete with the field added on the form of the lead entity record. So you can add this field on the form by doing the customization. So now this record is an incomplete. The reason because I have not added the business phone number over here. So if I enter the business phone number, I will save this record. So eventually what it will happen is, so it will create two custom field in the background, that is complete and incomplete, and based on the condition or the value that we have set for this lead entity, so accordingly it will check, and if it is satisfies, the record will be marked as incomplete. If not, it will be an incomplete. So if I refresh it, I should be able to see this record has been marked as incomplete. So since the business phone number and the email ID, which need to be mandatorily required for this organization in order to qualify this lead to the next stage, so I have entered that, and based on that, the record has been validated, marked as incomplete over here. So this is completely based on the configuration that we did in the entity configuration. So you just needed to create a one-time entity configuration for the data completeness. So I have configured for the lead entity. So this is a one-time configuration, the lead entity message for the data completeness. And if you see the attributes that I've selected over here, the email address and the business phone number. Since I have enabled these two attributes over here, so until and unless these two attributes are not added against this lead entity form, so that record won't be marked as an complete. So this is where, like, This ensures that the quality or accurate data can be maintained into the system by all of the users. So over here, we have been considered with the salesperson who has been handling all of the lead information captured into the system. So now the respective sales manager of this organization wants to know how my sales teams are performing in terms of numbers, like how many opportunity they have got, what was the revenue that they have generated for this current month. So if as a sales manager, if I want to know or if I want to track all of the performance of my sales team, how can I do that? So yes, over here you just need to create an entity configuration for an opportunity win, and over there you can able to see the configuration. So let me show you the entity configuration for the opportunity win which I have created. So I've created an entity configuration. This is a one-time configuration which you create. Like as a sales manager, if I want to know how many opportunity that my sales team has won and how they are performing in terms of numbers. So you set the frequency level, whether you want to track on a daily basis, weekly or on monthly basis. So over here, since I've set it as a monthly, you can set the target as well to the individual salesperson. You can define the targets, and based on that you can see the tracking will be performed. So these are all the trackings that you see, like with the users who have won the opportunity. So if you see over here, Sam for the month of September has won 2 opportunity. Like whenever if any new opportunity that has been won within this month, over here the count will get increased to 3. And if you want to know the more insights of how many opportunity and what was that opportunity, so you can further drill down and check what was those 2 opportunity which Sam has won, and you can easily navigate to those records. The record URL as well you see over there, and you can easily navigate to those record as well. So now in terms of opportunity, like how many opportunity that the user has won, yes, the sales manager can able to easily get those data. How about the revenue? What was the actual revenue, or what revenue they have generated into the system? So for that, you see an aggregate tracking is a new feature that we have recently come up with. So over here, you can able to see what was the revenue that Sam has generated out of the target that which we have set to him. So Sam has been given a target of 20,000, out of which he has generated 11,000 for the month of September. So this way, the sales manager or the respective managers can able to easily track and analyze the performance of the individual salespersons. So there may be a lot of salesperson will be into the systems, and they can able to easily do the comparison and analyze the performance of the each sales team. So now the sales manager has can able to easily track and perform all of these actions which the sales team has been done into the system. So now the CRM administrator who wants all of the actions which was performed into the system, he wants the consolidated report that needs to be shown to the top management. So you want to show all the records, like how well the users are performing, whether the users are daily actually using the system or not, the system, how effectively they are using the system. So all this kind of data he wants to collect, and he want to present in a graphical presentation to the top management. So that for that we do have a configuration, entity configuration. The feature called as an access tracking feature is what we can able to track what the user has performed and how long the user has spent the time in the system. So for that you need to create a entity configuration called as a system user login. So as soon as like it's a whenever any users performs any of the actions into the systems, or does any update of a record or a creation of a record, so any actions that has been performed into the system that can be tracked. So this is the action message that you want to set it, like polling interval. So every 4 hours I have set the preferred start time. So what it will do is every 4 hours it will check, and if any tracking has been occurred, it will be the count will get updated over here. So if you see, these are all the uses for which the tracking has been performed, and the count that you see is not the number of time the user has logged in and log out. It is the numbers, how well the users have performed or made any actions on those particular records. So you see